First to cover breaking news with Jennifer Copeland and Rick Shunt. Your accurate first alert weather forecast with meteorologist Matt Rudkin. And sports with Pete Byrne. You're watching WSBT 22 News at 6.
It's a very important night for the Chicago Cubs. Here's a live look at Wrigley Field, courtesy of EarthCam. The Cubs are hoping to avoid elimination tonight in the National League Championship Series. Of course, the Cubs lost Game 3 last night, and the Mets now lead in the best-of-7 series. And they could sweep the Cubs with a win tonight, so crucial. Game 4, it starts at 8 o'clock tonight. And new at 6, at least one fan from our area will be there to root for the Cubs.
He will. Bill Madden is an 89-year-old World War II veteran, and tonight he will be watching his Cubs play at Wrigley Field. WSBT-22's Patrick Roth is here, and Patrick, this will be the first time that he's seen the Cubs play in the postseason.
Yeah, Jennifer, he's been a Cubs fan his whole life, and while he will be at Wrigley tonight, he did turn down one other chance to see the Cubs play at Wrigley Field during the postseason. It's been 70 years since the Cubs last played in a World Series. And while there have been thousands, if not millions of fans who have dreamed of seeing them play in the Fall Classic, Bill Madden is one of the few who actually turned down that chance.
It was 1945, and Cubs Detroit were in the series, and I was a big Cub fan. They sent these free tickets over for the wounded veterans.
Madden, who saw combat at Iwo Jima, was recovering at a naval hospital near Chicago when tickets were offered. But the Navy wanted men to scrub the floor and clean up to earn those tickets.
And we rebelled. We were right out of combat and wounded. And we decided to hell with it. The Cubs will be in a lot of World Series in our lifetime. We're only 90 miles away. But it didn't happen. I've been waiting 70 years for that.
Madden shared his story with the South Bend Tribune, where it happened to be read in Washington, D.C. by the president of the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes. And he just so happened to have a couple of extra tickets to Game 4 of the NLCS.
And when I talked to Bill, I said, "You're invited, but you don't have to mop any floors." And so he immediately answered yes, and here we are today, and now we're getting ready to go to the game.
It's not the World Series, the one I turned down in '45, but it's a start.
And for the superstitious type, 1945 was also the year of the curse of the Billy Goat.
This is the day. It has nothing to do with the GOAT. It has nothing to do with Steve Bartman. Today is Bill Madden's day. The Cubs need a victory. Bill Madden's going to bring it.
And Madden is going with some veterans from Iraq and Afghanistan. He says he's really looking forward to talking to them about their experiences. And of course, the Cubs do need to win tonight.
Yeah.
Only one team has ever come behind from 3-0 to win the series. And as Madden says, for most Cub fans, it's always next year.
But
No.
maybe Bill
What?
Madden's the
Yeah.
lucky guy.
There's also
there.
tonight, right? Before
Yes.
we get to next year.
Yeah.
There's
Not
also
gonna-
tonight.
Not going to
It's
throw
not
it away
over
just
yet.
yet.
It's no, it's not over yet. But Steven Matz could be very hard to beat. And Mets pitching seems to have figured out the Cubs hitting, at least
Yeah.
from my perspective.
Well, let's hope he has a good game to see tonight. That's
Yeah.
for
Let's
sure.
let's not go.
Good
No,
straight.